having a routine for too long gets comfortable. I don't know what's your definition of a routine is, but for me, it's getting up at 4 a.m. and ending the day off at 8 p.m. And whatever I do between that time is all work. It's working on myself, studying, building stuff, applying, analyzing, creating content, basically the grind. I've been doing this for the past 3 years and it's been a journey. I've learned a lot, I've messed up a lot. But one thing I've been lacking, I would say, is to break that routine because I'm so afraid of breaking it. I've gotten so used to it that I'm comfortable with it now. Some of the things that I'm working on in my life require a lot of change. Some skills that I'm learning right now, like human intelligence, sales, content creation, all these things are good, but they require more application, more adaptation, and that comes from stepping out of the routine. And what I wrote down in the morning, because I had some thoughts, was that to slowly let go of that routine, not completely discard it and live a bohemian life, but just be more social. Take part in some school events once a week, because I've basically been Batman all these 3 years. I don't talk to much people. I don't talk to many people, but it's more of making the conscious decision to do so. Like, I'm not isolating myself. I still compliment pretty girls. I still talk to girls. I still talk to guys as well. And it's just to maintain that social too. But I'm realizing now that I need to make that an instinct. Because especially if I'm studying things like human intelligence, going for these school events, being around a lot of people, my age especially, is an opportunity for me to learn. Not about whatever they're doing, but to apply my learnings even more. Because the limiting belief I've always had, especially after doing the whole grind for so long, is I've come to disdain all these group events, socializing events with people my age, because I have this weird thinking of pushing them away because they don't see the world like I do. They don't they're not doing anything really much. They're just average. And that's a really wrong way of seeing things because I'm putting them down in some way. And that's one thing I want to get rid of. To just learn to be fluid. And that comes from practice. I have to put myself out there, like how I'm putting myself online like this. And it's the same thing. It's another side quest, a way to improve some sort of skill set, especially human intelligence, and just not seeing this as a waste of time because what I wrote down today morning was pretty clean. Nothing is ever a waste of time if my mind is active, if I'm processing ideas, if I am crossing thresholds and putting myself under that pressure. It's not a waste of time because it's a catalyst for growth. So it's a sudden perspective change as well, like just today morning alone. So that's what I want to do now. I want to choose the scariest social events, especially ones where there are a lot of girls, like really hot girls, because, like, honestly, girls fucking scare me, but that's the whole point of this. It's to study myself and study people under pressure. Because if I'm going for social events that don't scare me, if I'm not putting myself under that pressure, it's not going to build me at all. So I might as well go to something that makes me nervous. One of the learnings that I've been applying recently in my life is to see people for who they are, using 4 laws of human behavior, seeing everyone as a person of suffering and insecurity. Everyone wears a mask, everyone pretends not to wear a mask, and everyone is a reward, everyone is a product of their childhood. And seeing people as reasons has allowed me to stop fearing the crowd. Because a big fear over the past few years was pedestalizing people. And this alone, this ability to see through that lens of the 4 laws and reasons, brings that pedestal down to something I can see eye to eye. And now I don't really fear crowds anymore. But now again, I have to change things up. I have to break the routine and enter new rooms. Because that's how you learn, right? Like, one piece of advice I can give to you is, like, even though I just wrote it down like today, I'm gonna apply it straight away. But don't don't get so comfortable with the routine. Like, especially if you're building your life, you're grinding your ass out. That's good. It's a good thing you're doing that, but you should only be doing that for seasons. Like, the biggest mistake I've made, was doing this shit for 3 years straight. Like, imagine getting up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., sleeping at 8 p.m., and not going anywhere with anyone. Like, I've missed so many family dinners, so many outings, opportunities to be in amazing friend groups, be with pretty girls, but I don't take those opportunities and I just throw them away in the rubbish. It's because I'm so afraid. That fear of breaking routine, that fear of slacking. That's the thing. The more you control in your life, the more rigid you become. And there's this law from the 48 laws of power, which is about being formless. Right? There are two kinds of animals in this world. The ones that get into the shell while they're being hunted, and the ones that flee in different directions to escape from enemies. The more rigid you are, the more harder your shell is, and you get into this really tight shell, and it may seem like a protective thing. It may feel like it's safe, but the moment that shell cracks, it's all over. That's when you give in to everything. That's why you lose that progress, because you're so susceptible to change that's not been experienced. Like, if you're someone who's just been grinding it out, never spoken to anyone, never spoken to girls, never spoken to guys, never been in rooms that challenge you in life, when that thing happens to you, you will just collapse and break. All that grind shit goes away into the trash. Trust me, I've been there, because I've been resisting so much. I've been compartmentalizing a lot of things in my life, and that makes me so rigid. And the only way to loosen things up is to expose myself. You need to, especially for a guy, you need to expose yourself to women, to crowds, to rooms. To be that social fluid guy, you must train that muscle. You must learn to be well fed. That's the best way I'd put it. Learn to expose yourself in different rooms so that you understand what's going on and you're never unprepared, I would say. So if a pretty girl approaches you, you don't fucking collapse. Even if it's an ugly ass girl, you don't fucking collapse. Like, imagine you're a grinding ass piece of shit. You wake up at 8 p.m., you have full discipline in your life and your health, and some fat 1 out of 10 girl who smokes or drinks approaches you and you fucking collapse. Imagine the embarrassment you internally feel. You don't want to be that guy, because I was that guy, so it's pretty embarrassing. So that's a simple example that I am trying to say. Be well fed. If not, you're done when the time comes. When the food comes on the table, you just got to gobble everything up, and you might even gobble poison. You don't know that. You might not know that it's even poison because it looks like food, simply because you've been starving yourself. Don't deprive yourself, that's all. You can always do everything. You can always grind. You can always wake up early. You can work on these skills, but just set time aside to socialize. That's just a simple idea I've had for the past 10 minutes. I hope this helped anyone watching. Ciao.